Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So today is day 43 of the Redeeming Eden Bicycle Tour across America, farthest northwest point to farthest southeast point, to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available and that you don't have to die in your addiction. I lost too many friends and I'm tired of seeing it. And there's so many free places that want to help and want to talk to you and want to develop a relationship with Jesus with you. And those places are Celebrate Recovery and rescue missions and churches all over the country and all over the world. So reach out and talk to somebody if you have an addiction issue. We love you. The Get Wrecked Recovery crew prays for you. And yeah, last night was amazing. So I stayed on that little creek in the second campsite here at Indian Trees. I got here right as it was getting dark and was able to get everything set up and get the video from yesterday cut. Went to sleep. Didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. I got up the first time at like 6 because I've got a big hill to go up and I wanted to go ahead and knock it out. But it was like 40 degrees. So I was like, nope, going back to sleep. But yeah, so I am very rested. It looks like there's some breakfast close, but it doesn't look like there's another store for 35 miles. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I've still got plenty of food and things to get me through. But yeah, so really cool thing last night. I was talking to my wife on the phone, did my usual evening video call before I ran out of service. It looks like I'm not going to have service for a few days, possibly. So you won't be seeing these, until they get posted. But, did the video call with my wife, did the video call with my son, did the video call with my daughter. And I said, where's that little baby at? And so they put Clark on. And he looked at the phone and he went, hey, Dad. And my wife was like, oh, no, you just didn't. Just plain as day, said, hey, Dad. So that was really, really cool. I hate that I'm missing a lot of the things that I'm missing there at home, but you're worth it. My wife and my kids, their eternal destinies are secure. I know them, and I've seen their walk. So yeah, this is all about you. So today I'm going to try to make it down to Jackson. It's 51 miles from where I'm standing right now, where I'm sitting right now. And I'll go past the Big Hole Battlefield and then into Wisdom, Montana, and then south to Jackson. And then Jackson's the last place for like 46 miles with any kind of service of any kind. So tomorrow is going to be a long day of wilderness too. But that's okay. 40, 50 miles, that doesn't seem to be too bad. As long as I have enough food and, supplies to get me through and I can find water, then I'm okay. Yeah, so today, the very first thing I'm going to do, I already started climbing this pass. I don't know the name of this pass yet because I didn't have internet service to look it up. But I'll start climbing this pass, and it goes up to 7,000 feet, I think, somewhere in there. I'm not really sure, but I'll know when I get there. And so I think I'm right around 4,500 where I'm at. So 2,500-ish feet of climb to do straight out of the gate this morning. The good thing is it feels great. I think the high today is 75. So that will be so nice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to today's ride. I went ahead and looked at the weather for the rest of the route all the way to Key West, and it looks like I'll have highs of 80s the rest of the way. I'll be so high in the Rockies for the rest of, till Pueblo, Colorado, and a little past that, the high will be 80s even though it's August. And then I'll be in Kansas as, it's starting to become fall in September. And so Kansas, Missouri should be really nice. And then it looks like I'll be Virginia and the Atlantic coast September and, into the beginning of November. And then November 14th, I plan to be in Fort Myers, Florida. So it looks like the average temperature down there at that time of year is still like a high of 80, 85, somewhere in there. So hopefully this works really well. Hopefully the only real day of really bad heat, or the only real time of really bad heat, was the two high desert portions there in White Bird, and then before that coming out of Sisters. So yeah, that's enough of me jabbering. I'm about to get on this bike and get on the road and see what I can find to show you guys. I love you. I'll see you later. All right, the air is definitely much lighter up here. This is one of the several times that I'm actually going to cross the Continental Divide. So if you're riding the Trans-America Trail and you're going from west to east, when you get into Sula, when you start climbing the hill around where the Indian Tree Campground is, it is a constant grade. I'll say probably 6%. All the way up for 6 miles to Highway 43. It never changes. It doesn't ever get any steeper, and it doesn't ever get any flatter. It is just constantly uphill. And so there are several spots you can pull off and rest, which I did frequently. And then you get up to the rest stop at the top at Highway 43, and you actually go back through Idaho for just like a mile. But it's, it doesn't even have any signs listed. I just noticed it on the map. So yeah, but then once you get onto 43, you leave that rest stop and you come up 43. And it's about another mile, roughly right at a mile, steep climb. And then you're out of it. And so now I get to find out how downhill it is on the way out of here. Another thing is, it is cold. Like, in the sunlight, it's hot. In the shade, like, I feel like I need to wear a jacket. All the way up the hill, as I got higher and higher in elevation, I would sweat, and just the sweat would make me shiver. And so then I'd stop and rest, and I'd get dry, and then I'd kind of get a little overheated. It was just this back and forth thing that kept happening. But all in all, August 7th was a really good time to climb this pass. I had no problem with it at all. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start going down the slope and head toward Wisdom. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Well, it's been a dry, dusty day. But I know one thing, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom, Montana, how about that? I'm gonna go down here to the gas station and find out if there's any camping in town or restaurants. I've only gone like 34 miles, but 7 of that was vertically toward the moon. So I don't think I'm gonna go any farther. I'll find out though. If I eat, feel better, and there's really no good camping alternative here, I'll head farther south, so toward Jackson. All right, I gotta get up here. I hadn't had a good meal all day. I love you guys. I'll see you later. All right, well, that's it for the day. So I stopped in here to Big Hole River RV Park, and it is gorgeous. They have a bathroom, shower, electrical outlet, everything that a nice bicycling, touring camper might need. And it was only $15, which is very cool. There's another spot in town, like the American Legion campsite, but it had no shade and no amenities, no nothing, but it's free. So you have those two options when you get into Wisdom. So great day today. Just amazing how God just continues to weave this thing together. So coming up Chief Joseph Pass, I finally had like a little spot of cell service, and I looked at my phone, and remember Mark and Yoke from back on the Lochsaw River? So they had donated to Redeeming Eden, and their combined donations match the largest donation that this ministry has received so far. So thank you, Mark and Yoke. Man, God bless you guys, and I appreciate your encouragement in the message that you left on Venmo. So when I rolled into Wisdom, it's amazing how a pizza can just revive your spirit. I'm sure, as you could tell, I was so tired, just beat hot. And yeah, just a long, dry ride. But coming out of the mountain pass there into the Big Hole Valley was stunning. So it just opens up when you get right there, like you come up onto a plateau in the middle of the valley, and 360 degrees around you, maybe 15 miles in each direction, are mountains. Everywhere you look. I mean, I'm closer to this range now here in Wisdom, but back there in the center, it was just a circle of mountains around. And so I stopped in there to the Big Hole battlefield and watched the movie, and it crushed me to see what we did to the Native Americans, essentially over gold. They killed babies and children. Really, really bad, evil stuff. And you know, another surprising thing was a lot of the names of the places that I've been coming through, like Whitebird and Chief Joseph Pass and all that, are names of the tribe leaders of the Nez Perce tribe. So yeah, it was kind of a little bit humbling to realize the ground and how holy the ground is that I'm standing on, you know, just because of the bloodshed. But yeah, so came into town, got to Antler Saloon. They had a sign up for pizza, and you guys know how I love pizza, so I swung right on in there, and Tad is the owner there, and he was just amazing. Got an awesome dog, big, like Alaskan Husky, Malamute, something. It's a huge dog named Mojo that just kind of walks around in there and barks every now and then. And so, yeah, the pizza was amazing. I got the meat lovers with jalapeno and tomato on it. And then, you know, like I said, I looked around for a campsite, and I found the American Legion one, and then I looked up and saw this one here, and I was like, shower? Sold. So I pulled right in, and that was the first thing I did, was got my shower. So new clothes. Yeah. Also, it's super cold. It is getting colder by the minute. It looks like it's going to be 33 degrees tonight. I'm at 6,028 feet of elevation here. And I don't think I'm going to get very much lower than that all the way until I cross the Rockies in Colorado. I think I pretty much stay pretty well elevated all the way through this next stretch. A lot more ups and downs. I'm going to cross the Continental Divide like 3 times, maybe 4 more times, several more times, with the highest point that I'll pass culminating at, I think, 11,500 feet. Hoosier Pass or Baker Pass, something, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, so that closes it out for the night here in Wisdom. I thought that was neat too. You know, I've been coming through the Bitterroot Mountains and Bitterroot Valley, and I just keep hearing that verse over and over again, you know, don't let an evil root of bitterness rise up in you. And so, yeah, I was thinking, man, you know, how easy it is for us as Christians, especially right now, to just become bitter over so many things, whether it's political or whether it's social. You know, this is a time that we need to love the hardest and love the most. So, yeah, if you know anyone who has passed away from addiction, please drop their name in the comments. Find me on Facebook, Adam Lineberry, Mobile, Alabama. Inbox me, whatever you need to do, and I would love to pedal for your person for a day. If you know anyone who is addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and there are too many options available, no charge, that people can go to get the help that they need and find a relationship with Jesus. If you know anyone who's in recovery, share this with them. We're all in it together. I need your prayers, and as much as I'm praying for the recovery community as I ride each day. And then last but not least, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I will put a link in the description, and you can go there, and if the Lord puts it on your heart to donate, you can donate one time, you can donate monthly. It's whatever the Lord puts it on your heart to do. So yeah, man, from here in Wisdom, Montana, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.